Hey, chiropractors, welcome to Modern Chiropractic Mastery with your host, Dr. Kevin Christie, where we discuss the latest in marketing, business, and professional growth with some of the leading experts in the industry. Hey, docs, welcome to this solo episode where I dive into the chiropractic roller coaster. Because as a chiropractor and a chiropractor in practice, everybody is on the roller coaster. Everybody has their ups and downs. And really what made me think about this particular topic was a confluence of a few things. I recently interviewed Dr. Clayton Skaggs on his new book, The Power of Doing What Matters, and that'll come out after this one comes out. Concurrently, Scotty Scheffler won another major, and I'll get to why that matters. And then I'm going to share here an audio from Taylor Sheridan, who is the creator of Yellowstone in 1923, and I think it's 1883. He's just, and also Landman. I mean, he's just on a tear. And he had about a 4.5 minute clip here I've got that I'm going to share at a graduation speech. And I just thought it was really good. And it is life. And so I'm going to, as you listen to this, I want you to think about it. He's talking to obviously new college graduates that are going into the world, and you are probably in a different stage of life. Some of you are not. Some of you are graduating chiropractic school maybe soon. But no matter where you're at in life, I just want you to think about being a chiropractic practice, whether it's dealing with the business side of things, the ups and downs, the good times, the bad times, or the good patients, the bad patients, the good outcomes with the patient, the bad outcomes with the patient, staff turnover. I mean, all the things. And so I want you to think about that as you listen to this. And this is a gentleman that, I mean, he has hit a level of success that didn't come early on, but he's hit a level of success that is pretty impressive. And it's just pretty impressive what he has been able to do, or obviously a Scotty Scheffler, or a Dr. Skaggs. Like, it'd be just people that have done really well in their profession, but it's just not easy. And it never is going to be easy. So I want you to think about that as we listen to this audio, and then we'll come back.
Today is the most free you will ever be. Today, you hold absolute power over the course of your life. Your great challenge is making choices which do not shackle that freedom, because today you are free to determine the pathway of your future. You have already proven your determination, your self-discipline, your integrity, and your grit. And those four things, more than any degree, will be the foundation of your success regardless of what path you choose for yourself. As someone who did not display your self-discipline or integrity when I was in college, I found myself in what we'll call the transfer portal to the school of life. And life's campus and curriculum are, well, think of that one professor who seemed determined to derail your entire academic career. It's a whole school of those sons of bitches, okay? And the school of life is where you're headed to, and nobody ever graduates. There are no safe spaces and no summers off and no winter break. A university, beyond all it offers you through academics and the arts and social interaction and people from every race and nationality, all brought together in a cocoon that is designed to keep the school of life far, far away, to prepare you for the world that's waiting. And now that world is here, and you are being turned loose to it. I have compiled a list of lessons that I've learned navigating this school of life, and some statements that I leaned on when the challenges seemed too massive to overcome, when my dreams seemed beyond my abilities, when they seemed too big, foolish even in their audacity. And yet I did achieve them. So perhaps you'll file these away and lean on them as well and achieve your dreams too. Life is a constant struggle interrupted by brief bursts of success. And that success is dependent upon the struggle, and it is contingent upon your relentless assault against it. You will be remembered for how you make people feel about themselves, not how they feel about you. So be kind to those around you and to yourself. Respect cannot be demanded, it must be earned. The end does not justify the means because there is no end. The means is all there is. Judge yourself far more harshly than you judge others, but forgive yourself when you fail. Then learn from that failure and build your success on top of it. Because the bedrock of success is your failures. How hard you work is the one thing you can always control. Your competition can be smarter and funnier, wittier, prettier, and none of that matters if they can't outwork you. Now, however hard you work, and you're going to like this, because most of you have been practicing this for 4 years. However hard you work, that is how hard you play. Okay? Reward yourself with experiences. Shower yourself in memories made with friends, family, and the ones you love. You can't choose your destiny, but you can choose your habits, and your habits choose your destiny. Lastly, in the immortal words of Mike Tyson, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. And trust me, life punches hard. So you take the lick and then you punch back harder.
All right. So I hope you enjoyed that. I just really found it very, very apropos for everybody, but also as a chiropractor. Let's take a break from today's episode and announce our first sponsor. This is going to be Propel Marketing and Design. I've known Darcy Sullivan for years. We've worked hand in hand on my websites. I don't trust anybody else to do this search engine optimization. She does a great job. There's so much to it. A lot of the lingo and the words are beyond my comprehension, but it's just amazing work that she does. And if you're really going to get results with Google, you have to make sure your website is SEO optimized. And I really don't want you doing it yourself as a chiropractor. So you just have to have this type of stuff done. And if you're looking to get more organic online traffic that pulls in new patients, Propel Marketing and Design is currently offering chiropractors who listen to this podcast a free SEO website review. The free review will help you uncover methods that will improve your website and boost your search engine visibility. Head over to propelyourcompany.com/chiropractor and schedule your free SEO website review. You won't regret it. She gets great results. Your website needs this. Your search results need this. Head on over there to propelyourcompany.com/chiropractor to get your free SEO website review. Let's take a short break for one of our great sponsors, TrackStat. It is a new type of software plugin for your EHR that combines patient communication, marketing, automation, and statistics with patient and employee tracking. Built by chiropractors for chiropractors, it shows your team what to focus on each day. See patient visit habits, missing information, unpaid bills, insurance collection visit average, and more. Great visibility of data so you can focus on filling your office with your best patients. When you can see what your staff and patients are doing or not doing and take action accordingly, your profits naturally grow. Take TrackStat for a test drive in your office with our free trial. Not a techie? No problem. We can help. To get started on your free trial, visit trackstat.org and watch the demo. That is trackstat.org. One of the things that I'll take from it, there's a lot, but when you talked about the means justifying the ends, and that it just never ends, right? So it's always about the means, and that's where I go to now to Scotty Scheffler, who just won the British Open, and prior to that, he had a pretty a pretty heartfelt, deep interview conversation about um, how you win something as big as he does, and it's fleeting. and the up, you're happy for a day or whatever. But I think what stands out about Scotty Scheffler is he is not attached to the end. He is attached to the process, right? He is not dwelling on what the outcome is, whether it's the outcome of that particular shot or that particular tournament, or frankly, his particular career. He is all about family, all about his faith, and he's all about just the process. And that, in those leading indicators of life, not the trailing indicators of life. And I think part of why we might get on that roller coaster of being a chiropractor is that we are attached to the outcomes or the trailing indicators of like how many new patients do we have? What's our revenue? Those things matter for sure. But too many people are focused and attached to the outcomes or the ends and not the process of getting there, or not the means of getting there. And I want you to start really considering that. And that's how you're going to manage the roller coaster, right? The highs aren't going to be too high and the lows aren't going to be too low. And that's one of the things that you got to have strategies. And so I want you to listen when it comes out in a couple weeks, the interview with Dr. Skaggs, because he's written a book called The Power of Doing What Matters. So it's a little bit outside of maybe Dr. Skaggs on the clinical side of things, but he's written a book and we talk about the power of doing what matters and the strategies you need to have to maintain that kind of that level headedness, or what I like to call, or I hear, and it's something I've been focused on for a few years in my life is equanimity and really being balanced throughout, no matter what. There's going to be, again, there's going to be ups and downs, and we're not going to be perfect, and we're not expecting to be perfect, but you can get better. You can implement strategies to have equanimity. And it's kind of, I reference it often, but as a parent of young kids, I just love the the context of the idea that you have to prepare the child for the world. You can't prepare the world for the child. Too many parents do that nowadays. They think they can prepare the world for the child, and you have to obviously prepare the child for the world. And it's the same thing as a chiropractor in practice. Like you have to prepare yourself for the profession and for the types of patients you're going to get and the types of things you're going to deal with as a business owner. You can't prepare all of that for you, right? It's just not going to happen. And you've got to be able to maintain a level of equanimity throughout your career so that you enjoy it. And like Taylor Sheridan said, is work hard, play hard. You have to have things in your life that balance the hard work that you need to put in to do this for a long period of time. Let's take a short break from today's episode to tell you about the best decision I've made in my clinic in the last 10 years, and that has been adding shockwave therapy to our clinic. The outcomes have been really impressive. Certain conditions we were struggling with in the past, we're now seeing results with the shockwave therapy for that. And second of all, the ROI has been really good. When you make a big investment in something, you want to see a return, and we're seeing that return in clinical outcomes and in our investment, and that's been really nice to see. I chose Keenest Medical for 4 reasons. One is the technology is top notch. You have to have great technology. There's a lot out there that isn't quite up to snuff. The second thing is they have a really good clinical training. They have an exclusive partnership with Academy of Shockwave Excellence so that you can become clinically proficient in shockwave. You do need to get skilled at it. I think that's a big differentiator between practices that are getting great results and seeing the ROI is they have a great clinical aspect to that as well. So you want to get trained appropriately. Third is they have in-house service team for all of your technical support, which is key when you're investing in a machine like this. And then lastly, they have a very in-depth marketing and business support for you so that you can launch this into your practice effectively, that you can get that ROI on it, that you can get the clinical outcomes. And they also have really good financing options if you need that. So go to kinasmedical.com, KINAS medical.com, mention MCM podcast and receive a free Shockwave in practice book with a purchase of a unit. So that's kinasmedical.com, KINAS medical.com, and mention MCM podcast. You got to ask yourself, like, what what do you love about being a chiropractor, right? I think one of the things that I benefited most from strategic coaches, their work around unique ability and getting really clear on what your unique ability is and working towards that, right? Again, if you're 30 years old, it's going to look different than when you're 50 years old. Like, you can whittle down later on. Early on, you might be doing some things until you have the revenue and profits to reinvest in people or systems or technology that allows you to focus on unique ability. And again, just to define that as strategic coach defines it, is unique ability is something is an activity that fascinates and motivates you. And we'll keep it within the realm of work. But professionally, what fascinates and motivates you that you could do day in and day out for 40 years versus like an excellent activity could be something like, doing rehab exercise. You might be excellent at it, but is that your unique ability that you want to do for 40 years? You're at some point may want to delegate that off. And there's other things that we can talk about within that as well. But I think that is going to be key is to have a roadmap to what your unique ability is and start working towards that so that you can do mostly, it's not all, everything, trust me. I'm pretty close in my unique ability. It's taken a long time, but I'm pretty close to it. But trust me, I'm not in my unique ability all the time. But I'm majority of my professional life doing what I love to do. And you can get there and you got to set that roadmap to do it. And when you have that, that helps you deal with the ups and downs. And when you do get punched in the face, like Mike Tyson says, right? It helps you because you have a clear path of doing that. And sometimes you need help with what that path looks like and the things to get there. But ultimately, you need to develop the strategies to be able to handle that roller coaster. And like what Taylor Sheridan said, is to really focus on the means as you're going along, or focus on the process, not the outcome. And so that's something I've been kind of thinking about a little bit. Just talking to so many chiropractors, and I mean, trust me, every chiropractor has their ups and downs. I'm fortunate enough, and I would say blessed enough to get to work with and for many chiropractors from the startup practice to the $5 million practice. We've got some of those, and there's always ups and downs. They just have different zeros at the end of it. So it's not just you. And find your, like Dr. Skaggs says, kind of your group of advisors that are going to help you through some of those challenging times. So, you can't get off the roller coaster. Once you decide to be a chiropractor, especially if you're a practice owner, you're going to be on the roller coaster. Let's just have fun on it and enjoy it and work hard and have some strategies to manage the ups and downs. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. And if you want to make the shift from busy, broke, and broken to time-free and cash confident, or you just want to continue with the exponential growth, check us out at modernchiropracticmarketing.com. Look at the MCM Mastery tab, watch the short video on there, and check out what we are doing now for evidence-informed chiropractors. We are equal parts coaching and marketing done for you. Yes, you shoot some videos, we help you with campaign strategies and ideas and really become a thought leader in your community. You shoot those videos, you send them to us, we produce, edit, and brand them to you. Then we distribute them through all of your channels. We also take them and we turn it into one good blog per month. And every other month, we have Darcy Sullivan producing a robust blog with a topic that you pick from her database to help with your SEO. So we essentially become your content marketing agency to make sure your practice is always having ethical, elegant content marketing to help grow your practice. On the coaching side, we also help you with everything from marketing ideas to business, communications, finances, anything practice growth, and really try to help prevent you from being stuck on that island. And we hold you accountable. We have a great group of doctors that are just doing amazing things, and we look forward to help you out to take that next step in your practice. So again, check us out at modernchiropracticmarketing.com and learn more.